It's the podcast that lets your voice be heard. It's the podcast that shouts you out. It's time to holler. Can you dig it?
I could eat a unicorn one day through a Pop-Tart. You like the Disney part?
Yeah, I like the way it explodes.
You like it?
And to swallow it down. Oh my God.
Your tweets, snaps, Facebook comments, and even phone calls. Holler any way you want.
I used to give kids opiates to keep them quiet. It's much less offensive than that.
JD, Brian, and Gracie. Holler at your boys. And
well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome again to another quarantined episode of Holler. It's a podcast that shouts you out. My name is JD Short. You can hit me up on the internet, JD Short, and all your social media and everything. And to my above me, I guess tonight, is my good buddy Brian. What's up, Brian? How you doing, Mike?
What's up, Holler Nation? And hopefully here joining us soon, what is up, COVID-19 Beer Chugging Nation? We are so fucking excited to chug beers with you guys out there, along with our own Holler Nation. I am Brian, the co-host. Thank you so much, JD, for that lovely intro. Guys, I want you to find me on Twitter. And it's easy. Find me at Holler at Brian. If you shout me out on Twitter, I'm going to shout you out live on Holler the podcast. Before we get into sponsorships and what we're talking about on the show, I do want to introduce the other people we have right now that you're seeing. Tonight's guest on the show, it's the voice of Holler. It's that guy that you've heard doing all the stabs, introducing you to our social media. It's Brandon Woolum. What's up, Woolum?
Hello.
Woolum, where can they find you at if they want to look you up on any social media? What's up?
I think I own Woolum on all the social medias except Instagram, and that one's W00LUM. I was a little late to the party for Instagram.
There's only room for one Woolum in this world. Okay, so besides that, we're also joined by our very own Holler lawyer. It's Cole. You're used to him if you've been listening to the show.
Holler at a lawyer.
It's that guy. Cole, what's up, dude?
Hey, same old, guys. Glad to be with you. Quarantines, but still part of the family.
Still part of the fam. Well, welcome. So thank you so much for coming to the show, both of you. As you can see, our girl Gracie's not here tonight. It's all good. She's actually still hanging out in the comments with us. It's live stream things. It's quarantine things. It's Holler things. It's what's up, y'all?
It gets really weird.
You wanted a good sausage party.
It's just, why not? Why not? We're going to hang out with Woolum. We're going to talk about a bunch of crazy shit. We want to let you know that we were brought to you by beerchugging.com, also known as the viral Facebook group, COVID-19 Beer Chugging, which, by the way, we're going to chug a beer with you guys right now. So everybody go ahead and get that shit ready.
Yeah. Beerchugging.com. Thank you guys so much for sponsoring. We're cracking these beers just for you.
I got a toast for you. I've got a toast for you. We're going to talk about music. We're going to talk about sports. We're going to talk about stuff you like because we're going to hit you up on social media. That's what we do on show.
So guess what? People that are listening, maybe down the road from now, maybe on Spotify, maybe you're not from the area. Let me tell you a little bit about beerchugging.com. This is a website presented to you by guests on this podcast. If you go back a week or so, this is Matt and Nick. They bring you beerchugging.com where they sell merchandise for their famous Facebook group, COVID-19 Beer Chugging, where everybody has a blast, chugs a beer during quarantine, gets to know each other. They sell T-shirts, different kinds of merchandise like glasses, koozies. 25% of all these proceeds go to an amazing charity, West Virginia Mask Army. JD, tell them a little bit about West Virginia Mask Army.
West Virginia Mask Army is a nonprofit organization that was put together after all this stuff started happening to provide masks for people that work. We are calling the front lines, healthcare workers, service workers, essential workers that are doing all this stuff. People have been getting together and creating handmade masks, which help with the situation. They've come together to create this stuff and to donate all this material and to do all these things to help people get through this entire pandemic. So 25% of all proceeds from beerchugging.com go to that. So let's chug a beer to them and to this. I have a toast for you. Are we ready?
Yeah, guys, thank you so much, beerchugging.com. We're so proud that you guys sponsored us. This beer's for you. JD's going to take it from there.
The girl of my dreams has dyed her hair, and now it's a fiery red. She drinks, she smokes, and she tells dirty jokes. She hasn't a brain in her head. The girl of my dreams is a cigarette fiend. She drinks more booze than I. The girl of my dreams, and as dumb as she seems, she's a sweetheart of 6 other guys.
Do it.
Damn, y'all. It's been a fucking wild ass quarantine.
Speaking of wild quarantine shit, let's just show you this right off the bat. Let's shout out Derek Hatfield, who wants to get that couch. Derek, what's up? Here you are, brother. We're putting you up on the screen. You go ahead and screenshot that shit if you want, because you're now a part of Holler, the podcast that shouts you out. And that's how we're starting the show, my man. The joke here is, for some reason, every time when someone goes live on COVID-19 beer chugging, the response from the crowd is, "Hey, man, how much for your couch?" People just want to buy their couch.
Can I get that real quick?
Freaking amazing. So, yeah, kicking things off like that. Man, JD, what is up your way during this crazy quarantine madness? What you been up to, dog?
I have been fucking writing. Is what I've been doing, writing music. And I've actually been like producing some more of, on the EP that I have finally need to fucking release. It's from my band Liar Liar. It's going to be great. I promise it's great because I've been working so hard on it for a long time. But yeah, I've been trying to keep busy, I think we all kind of have. Some people are busier than others. Fuck. But
Such
hey,
is life, right?
Such is life. Yeah, that's true. But no, we have on the show this week, we have Brandon Woolum. You probably are staying busy considering, the kind of work that you are into. Like, there's still a lot of audio production that needs to happen,
Yeah, this has randomly been probably one of the busiest times of my life the past few weeks. I do digital marketing for different musicians and labels and music industry folks. So as you notice, there's been a whole lot of live streams, and been a part of a lot of those here in the past few weeks. I've watched the live streams, and the next day I have Zoom calls about the live streams. So it's been a busy time the past couple weeks.
Well, yeah, they're people in the music industry, I guess, are trying to kind of move toward, to be socially distant. You can't be in the big ass crowd watching a fucking live concert. So you got to give people
your money. So it's pretty scary times for a lot of musicians out there right now, big and small.
True that. Well, dude, thanks for coming and being on the show, man. What are there any artists you've been working with recently that were exciting to you, or anything that, like,
the past couple weeks have been mostly Christian artists. So a lot of them probably would not be proud to be mentioned on this show, but some of them are very, very large.
Not this show.
Fair. That's a fair statement.
Holler Nation, it is worth mentioning. Some of you have followed us over from a previous podcast that we did for about 3.5 years called the Snappy Hour. We transitioned into Holler late 2019, pre-COVID, if you will. This is the pre-COVID times. This is the
before times.
So Brandon Woolum has been your voice this entire way. You guys are just now, for the first time in 4 years, putting a face to this voice that's been the stabs.
That sexy ass voice.
Reach out at officialholler.com. This is your guy right here. There he is.
And some of those West Virginia folks might have been hearing it for half their lifetime.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Woolum definitely has 12 years of DJ experience. In the local tri-state area, he was a big part of X1063 and all kinds of fun stuff around here. The really old school Huntington or West Virginia people in the tri-state area that are listening right now, you guys may recall all that. So, Woolum, we're so glad to have you, man. And always, seriously, thank you so much for all you do for this show for free. By the way, we pay this guy the same as Gracie, and that's $0.
Same as both of us too, Brian. Actually, we
even have a lawyer on our payroll. He also makes $0. It's $0. So, anyways, this is Holler, the podcast that shouts you out. How about we get into Holler Nation? JD, I'm going to pass it over to you, man. Do you want to go first this round with your Holler Nation poll?
That would be great because honestly, I got a million responses to this one, and so I'm just going to put this out, and hopefully Gracie hears me and puts it in the chat too. But
she's out there somewhere.
She's out there somewhere. My poll this week actually was, what movie never gets old to you? Like, what is the movie just that you'll always be able to watch?
I can't wait for this. Let's go.
The thing about it, this is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to make this promise now. For every movie that's listed by everybody that's because this is a podcast, it's all saved. I'm going to collect them all and put them in a list, and you're going to have the ultimate motherfucking quarantine movie list.
Yeah, dude, that's amazing.
Ever. We're going to take everybody from Holler Nation, everything you guys have said. We're going to put it. It's all live. It's all here. We're going to put it all in one list. Guess what? Throw them all in your queue, and guess what? Bam! You can just go cryogenically freeze yourself and just watch all that shit while you're asleep forever during the quarantine.
I can't fucking wait. Let's do it. Say no more. Let's
fucking do it.
Make that list.
So my first snap is going to come from Shitty Roommate. It's all one word. Is you can snap him on Snapchat because that's what we do. We're going to open up some Snapchats from people out there. Let's see what he has to say. Your favorite movie not favorite movie. It's more like movie that just never gets old. It's you can watch it over and over and over.
The comments are already rolling in. We've got Brandy Sierra saying Coming to America. That's a great answer, by the way, Brandy.
That's fantastic.
It's a great answer.
I've spoken about that many times. This is from Shitty Roommate. What's up?
Funny you asked that question because right now I am watching the Matrix trilogy.
Okay, well, there you go.
Funny you asked that question because
there you go.
We might be in the fucking Matrix. I don't know.
That makes sense to me. I'm going to do another one. This one is from LaCandace. LaCandace Lachey. You can snap her at that, all one word, figure out how to spell it later. She says that
Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist, Crazy Stupid Love, and I'm going to throw a comedy in there, so Step Brothers or Superbad.
Okay.
She said 4. That doesn't count. You can't have 4.
That's a lot. That's a whole day's worth of movie watching.
I will give her this Crazy Stupid Love. That was my favorite out of the bunch, and I highly recommend that. Very good.
That's a good flick. Lauren says Clueless. Not bad. I'm keeping all these. We're going to put them all on a list. So everything you guys throw in, we're going to put them all on a list, and everybody's going to have the ultimate motherfucking movie playlist.
Guys, everybody that loves Crazy Stupid Love, I recommend you checking out a movie called Stuck in Love with Lily Collins. That's Phil Collins' daughter. Amazing. Along the same lines, you're going to love it.
Also listen to Phil Collins. This is from Selena. She says, Annihilation with Natalie Portman.
Oh, my God. What a great answer. That's the best answer so far.
Absolutely stunning. Stayed true to its source material. That's what's up. And this is from Steven, The Last Dragon. Do y'all remember that shit?
Oh, yeah.
Do y'all remember that shit? Do you remember that shit? The Last Dragon? Where you get the glow? Anybody? Damn it.
Yeah, we've got listen, I got to give a shout out right here, and we're going to change things up. Watch this. Shani. This is Shani by Nanny. Shanini Benini says Fievel goes west. Why did you say this? I don't know. I don't know, Shani.
I fucking love that movie. I used to watch that on repeat. Like, ask my fucking father about it. Like, he had a nightmare.
There's your chance right there, Shanny. All right, so some other answers that we've got out here. We're fielding these right now as we go. Ashley says, "Hello, boys." Stacy Lawson, what's up? Fucking kickball in the house. Talladega Nights. Who else do we have going on here? I'm trying to feel. This is what Gracie's supposed to do, and we miss Gracie dearly right now. Oh, Matt before everybody. Matt Payton, who is one of our sponsors this evening. This is the guy that's giving you beerchugging.com. Matt says The Godfather. He went with a classic. And JD, I want to make a point right here. I'm just going to lead this into something. I think your question.
It was pretty open-ended. I wasn't trying to ask like favorite movie. I was saying what never gets old. What is
it's a little bit different than favorite movie. That's exactly what I was going to say. So I don't want to give my favorite movie. I want to go with a movie that I can just like always throw on in the background over and over 10,000 times.
Yeah. See, okay. So you guys get that too, right? You guys.
That's right.
Yeah. Did I do it the right direction? Yeah, I did. Okay, good. Yeah, you guys both get the question, right? What doesn't get
right? I can't wait to hear your answer, JD. Your answer is what I'm excited for.
Oh, I'm pumped too. I can't wait as well.
Okay, well, let's fucking go around the table. What's up, dude?
Yeah, let's go around. I guess I'll start. Pretty much probably the first 3 or 4 like Jim Carrey movies. Pretty much anything that he did when he was becoming a big star.
Mask, is that one?
Ace Ventura.
Yeah, of course. Oh, there's Gracie.
Gracie in the house with Dirty Dancing.
I like it. It's not everybody's cup of tea.
We're gonna say hi to Ashley just because she's saying hi to us. What's up, Ashley? You screenshot this shit if you want, girl. So first scary movie.
It looked like 2 different. Anyway,
the guy with the little hand.
Yeah, no, for real. Those. You know what I also watched the other night that is just like I could watch it anytime. Who Framed Roger Rabbit? I did it. I framed him.
Well, who the fuck framed him? Framed that guy.
Framed that. It was me. I did it. I was the one who did it. I could watch that movie fucking forever. You could put it on a loop, and I would not go mentally insane.
Okay. Fair enough. I'm going to go with Wedding Crashers. It's a no-brainer for me. I can throw Wedding Crashers on if I'm happy or sad, if I want a love movie or a comedy, if I'm with a girl or a dude. It's funny every fucking time. Wedding Crashers, add that shit to the list, fucking draw a star next to it. That's how important it is. It's important. Woolum, what's up, dude? What movie?
Yeah. I'm going probably a tie between Super Troopers and Hangover. Anytime either one of those are on the TV when I'm scrolling, I got to stop at this.
I definitely own both. Super Troopers, what a fucking classic, man. A cult classic. It's a great answer.
I haven't watched a movie I owned in years, probably. With the streaming services now.
Yeah, I know. Life is weird. Did you see the second Super Troopers, Woolum? It's fantastic.
Yeah.
We saw it in theaters, very drunk. JD and I did.
It's going to be a while before you see anything in theaters now.
That's very true, and that's
unless you're down here where we're at in Georgia and Tennessee, where we're opening up Monday.
Really fucking sad.
Well, it is sad, but at least we all have 4K TVs now.
That's
Thanks.
true.
I want to stop right here before we make it over to Cole and just tell everyone that's joining us right now, we are Holler, the podcast that shouts you out. Typically, we are in Holler Studios, and we are giving you a full-on live show, beer flinging everywhere. But right now, we are in quarantine. We're all in our separate houses. We are sorry if the audio comes across as a little bit laggy or weird. Just stick with us. Eventually, we'll be back in Holler Studios. Anyways, Cole, what movie never gets old?
First off, I have to say Wedding Crashers is definitely a great answer. That's one that I can never turn away from when it's on. For me, it's a tie between probably Deadpool and Shawshank Redemption. Like if I'm scrolling through and Shawshank Redemption or Deadpool are on, I can't. That's what I'm doing for the rest of the day. At least 2 to 3 hours. So those are my two. I can't choose between them, but those are my two that I could watch over and over and over and over.
Yeah, that's a great answer. Small movie trivia for you. I believe Shawshank came out the same year as Pulp Fiction. and Forrest Gump. That's what it had to run against for best film of the year. So guys, think about that. When you're watching the Academy and you're watching the movie of the year, imagine Shawshank, Pulp Fiction, and Forrest Gump being your choices. Holy shit, what a year.
Holy shit. You went to the movies a lot that year.
Holy shit.
Sneaking into the movies a lot that year.
You snuck into a lot of movies that year.
So JD, are you done blasting them out on your end?
I think I'm good, man. It's your turn, man. What did you ask Holler Nation? Hit them up.
Yeah.
Link up at officialholler.com.
So, and by the way, that's Brandon Woolum, and we've got his face here. So I don't know how weird. Woolum, is that weird to hear yourself and you're just like here, but not here, but you're here?
I was on the radio from high school on, so at this point in my life, I'm pretty used to hearing
This guy cannot be phased, he says. It's amazing. Yeah. So,
I was going to ask one more question about that. I was like, when did you get comfortable with that? Like that can be like very fucking like grating for some people. Like, when did you get to the point where you're just like, fuck it, I've heard it so much, shit.
Well, I started when I was like 16, so back then it was super cool, and I had like this big ass ego of that's me. And now I don't know. At some point, I transitioned into adult life, and it didn't matter anymore.
And then it
never
was
got
like
me laid or anything like that, so it was like, whatever.
It was never. All right,
although there was a night at the A Street house where we got a girl to show her titties for an X-1063 shirt.
See, I was wondering how many beers we're going to have to drink before we got there, but we're here. We're at the A3 house. So guys that are just joining, this is amazing. I was curious how long we could get Woolum. Yeah, beerchugging.com. Go check it out. But, Woolum not only is the voice of our show, and we're so happy to have him, but he's also my ex-college roommate. And that says a lot because a lot happened those years. We've got stories for days that would be more than a podcast worth of stories. Sure. And I thought to myself, I wonder how many stories or how many beers before Woolum says 8th Street House. Well, apparently just a beer. Here we are.
Well, there was like 3 pre-show beers. So.
But also the legality of all the A Street houses. We're not allowed to get into any of the.
Sure. Our lawyer will step in and he'll cut us off if we go too far. He won't let it.
Too much, guys. Too much.
Yeah, we're not saying how old that girl was that got that autographed T-shirt that day.
Woolum is joking, everyone. Woolum is joking. It was just a joke.
This is not your attorney, and he is not.
It's a good idea to always have a lawyer on this show. I never
right. I do want to say, JD, to go about your question that you asked Woolum. I recall times where Woolum and I were trying to pregame for the night and go out and have a good night. And he was like, shit, I got to go in the radio station, record a few ads real quick, just come with me. I would go into the studio with him, and we would be in convo just like this. And he would be like, yeah, dude. So anyways, hold on one second. Okay, so Brandon Woolum. And then he would just go right into it, just right out of convo into that. It was amazing to watch. And that was going live on air on the radio waves. And I was there for it. It was amazing. I was proud to be there, and we're proud to have him here, and that's why we pay him $0. Yeah. Amazing. You're doing great.
One of the favorite days of those stories is after one of those Marshall games, we painted ourselves green. I was sitting behind the mic with no shirt on, fully painted in green body paint on the radio, and nobody else knew.
And many times the other studios that were also recording different shows would see us through the glass and be like, what the fuck are these guys doing over here? One time we brought RAWK Band live on the show, and we were playing drums and shit in the studio while they were recording.
I forgot about that one. And when he says rock band, he means like the video game Rock Band. We didn't bring an actual rock band in. We brought ourselves a PlayStation in.
I thought you meant rock band. I was like, what was her name?
It wasn't as cool as you thought it would be.
It was pretty cool back then, doing a recording of ourselves singing.
Anyways, let's use this moment to pop into my poll, which is I want you to name a band or artist that you may have hated when you were younger. But then after time, you kind of grew to enjoy them. And since I posed the question, I'm just going to go ahead and kick it off right here. Dave Matthews is my answer. I don't know why, but for some reason in high school, I despised Dave Matthews. I thought people that liked him were just fucking like tools or something. I don't know. And then as I grew older, I'm like, holy shit, for a few reasons. This man is extremely talented and down to earth, and that's very respectable. the band is extremely talented, and they're not a joke. And I don't know why I ever was against them. And I'm sorry, Dave Matthews, I'm sorry that I was mad at you in high school. I love you now. I play you all the time. There's my answer, Dave Matthews. JD, what's up, dude?
That's a pretty good answer, man. That's that's a deep soul clenching sort of answer, because
I meant it.
Some people will be like, "Oh shit, now I don't like Brian anymore because he actually likes fucking Dave Matthews." Actually, no. My answer's even more fucking silly. The Beatles. When I was a kid, I fucking hated the Beatles, man.
Oh wow,
I fucking hated them, dude. I thought it was just dumb and, you know. I don't know. I didn't. The thing is, now I love them because I've gotten older. I've pursued more music, written more shit, and fucking been a part of shit. Like, yeah. When I was a kid, I don't know why I didn't like them. Maybe it was because everyone else did. I don't know. The Beatles. Now I love them. I actually do love them. I actually like their later shit more than their earlier shit too. Maybe
a little bit before their time. And I think as you get older, you start to realize that you're like, wow, it really was a little before their time. And it's an amazing thing. It's awesome.
That's my deal. It's weird. It's a big one, but you know, that's my case. All right. Woolum, how about you, man?
I'm excited to hear your answer. But also, back in our West Middle School days, it was very cool for us guys to hate on Backstreet and NSYNC. It was cool for us to like Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera for some reason. But so yeah, of course, I hated JT back then, but JT now, love him. Got to see him live a couple years ago, and just changed my life with his story. I already liked him, but seeing him live and seeing how real he is now, I'm going JT.
That's a great answer, man. He's a triple threat too. He'll act for you too. It's amazing.
Yeah.
That's a really fucking good answer.
Justin Timberlake is also the best person to ever be punked by Ashton Kutcher back in the day.
Yeah, that was one of the first ones.
He punked JT, and JT legitimately started crying because he thought that he had broken one of his prized guitars.
I remember that one.
I'll never forget it. It was amazing.
All right, Cole. You and then fucking Holler Nation. Let's kick it.
100%. I was going to say Dave Matthews Band because that was a band I hated growing up, and then I started liking about probably 5-6 years ago. But Brian stole that. So another one for me would probably be randomly the only other thing I could think of was Jack Johnson. I wasn't a fan of him back in the day because I was like, this is whatever. But the older I got, I was like, all right, some of this stuff is actually kind of interesting, and I catch myself listening to a few of the songs that I would have never listened to. So Dave Matthews Band was my number one choice, but he took it. So I'm going to go Jack Johnson as my secondary answer.
Same page as always, Cole. Same page.
Holler Nation in the house. And the place to be.
Why not start this show off with, hey, hold on one second. Let's skip a beat. Before I say that, we've got some comments rolling in. Let me scroll these a little bit. Ethan out there said, without a paddle. And that's a great answer. And that needs to be added to your movie list, by the way. So without a paddle.
Agreed.
Yeah, that's correct. Stacy is now Stacy Lawson. She's now tuning in on my question. She says Black Sabbath, and that's also a good answer because when you were young, you would not understand that band. You'd be like, eh, but then you get older and you're like, okay, I get it.
You can't understand.
You just can't understand it. You have no idea what he's saying.
Your cool uncle shows you and is like, yeah, this is also how you chug a beer.
Right. So anyways, back to my question here. Again, name a band or artist that you hated when you were younger, but they grew on you. Why not start this thing off with the Blumpkin King? You can snap this guy. Who knows what he's going to say? At the Blumpkin King. We don't know him. We don't know where he's from, but we play his snaps because he's a Holler Nation listener. The Blumpkin King. Here we go.
Forgive the apocalypse look. I would say The Cure would be the one that's the most hated when I was younger and most loved now. I remember my uncle gave me one of their CDs. I couldn't even tell you which one now, maybe a greatest hits. When I was 14, told me not to listen to it for 10 years. I did.
Don't you dare.
My cousin told me not to throw it away because I would eventually love it. About the time I was 21, gave it another shot, and sure enough, I don't like all their stuff. I think some of it's still kind of shitty, but the trilogy will rape your fucking face.
What a great fucking answer. That was fantastic.
That's pretty good.
And he did have a cast. He looked like Tom Hanks in Castaway, but I'm talking about the version that's been on the island for like 3 years. That version. It's like throwing spears and shit from the side. Not the toothache, the spears version. Next snap is going to come from Josh Smith. Josh, what's up, dude?
Hey, Brian, great question. I've got a couple submissions here. My mom tried to get me to Fleetwood Mac when I was a kid, when I was rating her record collection when I was like 10. And it was reimbursed. I didn't. It just didn't make sense to me. It didn't click. And then I don't know. When I was in my mid 20s, I bought a turntable, and that ended up being one of the first records I bought for it because I kind of learned to appreciate it for what it was, which is a masterpiece. And then from in high school, I liked the Misfits, and my friend was a big Danzig fan. I just did not like that either, but I gave it a chance again when I was in college, and that shit, good boy. Danzig, just the bomb.
It is.
That's an awesome question.
I will tell you, Josh is very well versed in the musical background range. This guy collects vinyl. I very much trust his opinion. We're going to open this one up from. Let me see here. This is Sarah. You can snap her at swebby3. By the way, we're on Snapchat. So people that are just tuning in, welcome to Holler, the podcast that shouts you out. If you guys would Snapchat us, if you would comment, we're going to shout you out for being a part of the show. We fucking love it. This is Sarah S. Webby. She says Taylor Swift is her answer. She's bold for saying that. There we go.
It's all right answer. That's all right answer. That's up there with It's up there with Woolum's answer about Justin Timberlake. You know what I'm saying? Like that's, when you can accept it, you can accept it. You know what I mean?
I got you. I'll tell you what, JD, you might know this guy. He might even be in your band. This is Mr. Corey Gressel. You can snap him at Luca Pena 567. This guy plays the bass, right? So he should know about music. What's up, man? Let's see what he has to say. Corey, what's up, dude?
Yo, what's going on, Holler? Luca Pena here. All right, I used to think Guns N' Roses sucked, and they probably still do. But, man, when I got older, I kind of liked a couple of their tracks, Estranged and Use Your Illusion albums. Actually ain't bad if you listen to them. And I'm old, fat.
I like the feed off at the end.
It makes a little sense, though. Yeah, I didn't really like Guns N' Roses that much, but now I can appreciate them. That's weird. When you get older, I guess that's what fucking happens. Damn it, I'm old.
I need to take this moment to be completely honest with you, JD, and this is it, man. I'm gonna throw myself out there. Guns N' Roses, they didn't do much for me when I was younger. I went to Rock on the Range when they headlined, and pretty much about the second they stepped on stage, I stepped out of the arena. They still didn't do anything for me when I was older. I was over it. Guns N' Roses did.
All right, well, there you go.
To be fair, though, we haven't made it to many Rock on the Range headliners in the 20 years we've been going. So.
All right. We do kind of dip out sometimes. On the most surprising Rock on the Range headliner side note that did really bad that I had to leave on, Smashing Pumpkins. They were horrible live. They got laughed off stage, basically. The whole crowd left. And I was part of that crowd that left. It's crazy.
I'd agree with that one for sure.
Yeah, and I love their music. And I was like shocked. I was totally shocked. We're going to open this next one up from Holler Nation listener Brandy. Brandy sent us a text, and she says Cash, as in Johnny Cash. And I think that's a solid answer, actually. You wouldn't understand that guy when you're younger. You get older, you're like, wow, I fucking love it. It's deep. Give me the music, give me everything.
Now you're a jaded, old crust of a person. Just
maybe
like
pills.
Slogging through life, and you're like, now I know what Johnny Cash meant.
Johnny's buried about a half a mile from our house.
Woolum, by the way, is live from Nashville. So for those that are just tuning in, this is Brandon Woolum. He is the voice of Holler, and he's live from Nashville. We're so happy to have him here. I'm going to open up one more right now.
And I have something I want to do before we go into our standard weekly segment.
Okay. I'm going to do one more. Just wait till it hits your lips. It's so good. Just wait. Here we go. This is Courtney. She says, oh, my God, a llama. And I don't think that that's a band, Courtney. So I called you out. You did not answer the question, and that's what's up. So I'm gonna go one more then. This one's from Brittany. She says the Beatles. So put Brittany down for the Beatles, the same as JD.
Yeah.
Before we move on to JD's, Matt, if you're watching, that is Matt of Real Dumb. I have a crazy admission. This is nuts, dude. I did not know that you were the Blumpkin King. I'm blown away. Matt of Real Dumb is the Blumpkin King. I'm saying it right now, live on the show.
It's a twist.
Holy shit!
Live on the show.
I know this guy very well.
You heard it. That now everything has changed. The season has gone in a different direction. Matt is the Blumpkin King.
I hung out with the Blumpkin King and didn't even realize it, dude. Had no idea. He was the king of Blumpkins.
That statement alone is just. That's a one-in-a-lifetime statement. You're not going to be able to say that much in life. I hang out with the Blumpkin King.
Matt, what's up, dude? Thank you for the Blumpkins. JD, what's going on your way, dude?
All right, so this is what's going on my way. I've changed my mind. I think that we should go into our normal weekly segment, which is called Shots Fired, which you know what it is. Let's fucking kick it. Let's kick it. Let's kick it.
Okay, we will take that route, and then we'll get back to you, JD. Guys, Let's kick it. Shots fired. This is that part of the show where we are going to talk some shit about some shit. Please join us.
Shots fired. Shots fired. Shots fired.
All right, this is a segment of the show that we call Shots Fired, and if you don't mind, I'm gonna kind of take this little moment over because I got a little something for you here. So this week, my Shots Fired is going to be about I don't know. That's not actually the answer. I do know what it's going to be. Just the other day, our leader told us that it's a possibility that we could somehow have some form of injection or ingestion. Some things.
That was just yesterday.
Oh yeah, that was the other day. So
did it work or not? Was that your shots fired? Did it work?
So this is what
chug.
Everybody's saying this is supposed to do. You're supposed to do because you can just mainline it, right? And then you'll get it, and then it's good. I don't know about that. I was thinking maybe we could try different solvents or cleaners to make. This one's called Greased Lightning. I don't know if you could kind of see that there.
Disclaimer. JD's joking. This is not to be taken seriously.
That lawyer. That's correct.
It looks like a lightning, but it also looks like a slice of pizza to me. That looks like a slice of pizza.
I think you're supposed to do it like a whippet, JD.
Pizza to you guys, it looks like slice of pizza. The real thing though is, I just thought since I like the cheap shit and I like all the super cheap stuff, I was gonna go with the home store. Last, I was gonna see if this will, if there's a possibility that this could help with my stuff here. So I'm pouring that into the deal, and then all right. So here we go, everybody.
Cole, I feel you might need to step in right now. I don't know. I don't know.
First off, if JD dies, we are not responsible for what he's doing. This is not
nobody screenshot this.
His own choices.
Ass cleaner. I want it to look like it says ass cleaner. Hang on.
It's ass cleaner.
It looks like ass cleaner though, because of the word. Will not comment. All right, so here we go.
Juliana, what's up?
Cheers, everybody. This is my shots fired to The future.
Let us know if you live through that, man. That blue curacao you're about to fucking take a shot of.
Hey, you weren't supposed to tell on him.
Sorry, JD, I was a little bit behind on your shot. Gatorated it. There you go. Cole, are you happy now as our lawyer? Are you happy?
Gatorade.
That bottle still looks pretty full, though.
It can't be confirmed. It can't be confirmed that that's where it came.
You're not chugging enough.
So
thank you very much for that. I appreciate it.
Dude, thank you very much for that.
Don't inject Lysol into your body.
Yeah, that's a fact. Okay, so for my shots fired of the yes, thank you, JD, for cleansing us all. You're cleansing our souls. For my shots fired of the week, I want to go a little bit deep for a second. See if you guys agree. Fuck making your inner circle, which includes your significant other, could include your spouse who you're dating. Fuck making it so exclusive, as in, fuck surrounding yourself by people that are like you. Why don't you branch out a little bit? You need some adversity in there. Why would you want to hang around people that are just like you? You need to mix it up a little bit. Have some fun, people. Why the fuck would you want to surround yourself by people who are exactly like you? And that includes people that you date. I kind of get shit all the time by people that are like, this girl is nothing like you, Brian. And I'm like, that's on purpose. I don't want to date myself. That sounds terrible. Mix it up a little bit, guys. Yeah, it's not about dating. It's just about being friends in general. My friend circle, for example, you're looking at it right now. We are all so totally different, yet totally the same. It's amazing.
Except we all have dicks.
A lot of different shit going on right there.
Sausage, a lot of dick.
But there is that is the common denominator, the common dick-nominator, if you will. And I'm going to fire some shots to that. Just mix it up a little bit, guys.
There you go.
Buffalo Trace down the hatch, just like that. Woolum, do you have any shots fired this week? Anything to talk shit about?
You've got something you want. Works out well that Cole's on the show too. It'll help a lot of people in the beer chugging group if they're still watching. Seeing people that put, I don't own the rights to this music. I didn't mean to infringe on your copyright. All that bullshit that you're putting there doesn't matter. Just because you're saying and announcing that you're like infringing on somebody's copyright, that doesn't save you from infringing on somebody's copyright. Yeah. Somebody like me who helps out with the algorithms of Facebook and all these social medias with the music are going to flag that shit. It doesn't matter what text you put there. So quit making yourself look fucking stupid and putting that shit there. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Isn't it like copying and pasting like a chain letter? That's basically what they're doing, right? Like,
exactly. and I'll let Cole tell you that legally doesn't get you out of copyright infringement if you say you're copyright infringing.
It legally doesn't get you out of copyright infringement if you say I'm not copyright infringing.
You heard it here first, guys. You heard it here first.
Holler at a lawyer.
Woolum, go ahead and take that shot, man. Here you go.
I got a little bit left.
Your chance to holler at a lawyer every week.
But not quite yet. Cole, what is up? Let's fire a shot. By the way, dude, did you just twist your mustache? Are you fucking Raleigh fingers over there?
I'm trying to be Raleigh fingers, man. I'm trying to.
Holy shit!
It's quarantine. I haven't been able to do shit with it. It's just gross.
You gave it the quarantist to the quarantine.
The corn twist.
Salvador Dali up in this bitch. My shots fired is very interesting because I live in Florida, very close to Georgia, and this fucking shit of let's open up because what could happen is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. It's like people are still getting sick. We don't know what's going on. They're like, you know what? Let's just open everything. It's fine. We'll just see what happens. What's the worst thing that can happen? Everyone die? Yeah, that's pretty much what's going to happen. So,
that's what we're trying. Yeah, that's the thing that we don't want.
It could be worse, though. You could live in Tennessee where you're on the border of Georgia and your state's also going to open on Monday.
Yeah.
Shit.
We're opening up on Monday too. All of our restaurants and shit's opening up on Monday.
Woolum wins it. Yep, he's in a worse situation. Unless
I'm staying in my fucking house.
Cole, take a shot.
I think you're making probably the more right decision. Like,
here you go, Cole. It's your shots fired, man. Here you go.
Yeah. I'm gonna do a shot with you. Okay.
All right, guys. About this time, we're gonna scoot some boots here. Here we go.
We are, but
send your dick pics to Gracie at officialholler.com.
Gracie, we miss you so much.
We do miss you so much. Can I do a thing real quick? It's not going to take that long. It'll be like 90 to 100 seconds.
Yeah, let's
good.
go ahead and pull Lambros Sphingos up here, who just says the word #diaphragm. That's all he says.
All right. I want to bring this.
All right.
It's diaphragm.
Diaphragm. Diaphragm's better.
JD, you can keep talking. No big deal. I'll just man this shit.
Yeah, are we okay?
He's talking.
All right. I just want to say, so recently, I don't know if you guys got to see that Wes Scantlin, the singer from Puddle of Mud, just did a cover of About a Girl by Nirvana. That was kind of lambasted by the internet. So I just want to say I'm gonna play a couple little clips, and hopefully they come through good. I think they will. I think it'll be fine. First off, the song is called About a Girl. It's by Nirvana. Just today, which is Friday, which is when we're recording this, Post Malone did a Nirvana live stream, and it was really good. And this is what covering that song should sound like. So I'm just gonna play it, and then I'm gonna play what Wes from Puddle of Mud did, and then everybody just enjoy. So that's Post Malone singing that song. That's not that bad. It's not too bad. But let's listen to Wes from Puddle of Mud do it. This is courtesy of Catatonic Youth.
Great. Yeah. It's fucking awesome. We've had enough.
Yeah. That flag.
God damn it. Oh, man.
Also, Grayson makes a good point. JD doesn't own the rights to that music, just so we're clear.
Fucking nobody owns the rights because it ain't right.
That shit's not getting flagged by the algorithm. I can tell you that.
No, neither of them. Dude, we good. Everything is fun. I just wanted to do a nice little comparison, a little A/B comparison between Post Malone singing the same song and Wes Scantlin from Puddle of Mud.
Fallon, there's a face I haven't seen in a while.
Fallon, we agree with you wholeheartedly. That's why I pulled you up here.
Let me. It was like ugh. It like came from like a.
It came from a very bad place.
Yeah. This is like up here. All right.
Ryan Blatt in the house. What's up, Ryan Blatt?
Anyway, I just want to do that. Let's Holler Nation again. What do you say?
Send your dick pics to Gracie at officialholler.com.
Gracie, we miss you. I just wanted to reiterate that. Yeah, let's talk to Holler Nation again. And you know what? I'll go ahead and start this round, okay? I'll kick this thing off. And again, my poll was a band or artist that maybe you disliked.
Oh, my bad.
When you were young. No, it's all good. That you disliked when you were young that maybe grew on you a little bit as you got older. Let's kick this thing off with Snapstar Nikki. Nikki says, the Beatles. I didn't hate them as a kid, but I didn't get the hype. Then I grew up and I realized they're genius. So there you go. Another answer for the Beatles. I feel like we're going to get quite a few of those, man.
Yeah, I think that's going to keep happening.
If you'll give me 1 second, I will actually pop this up on the screen. If you guys are just joining in, welcome to Holler, the podcast that shouts you out. We are playing along with you guys, and as always, we've sent our poll out to the internet. You're going to see it scroll below. We want your answers. We want to shout you out, and we want to talk about it with you. So that answer just came from Nikki. So moving on, let's go with Andy, a.k.a. the artist known as Jonathan. What's up, Andy?
You know, Brian, it's a damn good question. I'm really ashamed of this shit. You ready?
I'm ready.
When I was younger, I used to hate the Dixie Chicks. Now, them bitches is fire.
Oh, man, I was hoping he was going to sing it so bad. I wanted him to sing it.
It's fire.
Andy, if you're watching, give us some of that fucking fire, man. Just pull it from your diaphragm and give us some of that fire. If you haven't been tuning in, you're going to have to scroll back to understand that joke. Next snap comes from Sonny. This is a first-time Holler Nation snap listener. Sonny Wright in the house. What's up, Sonny? Sonny is, you guys can't see this, he's pouring a Weller Antique bourbon ever so slightly.
That's such a good, yeah.
That is such a delicious bourbon. And typically I would say, Sonny, you didn't answer the poll. However, that's my favorite bourbon of all time.
Yeah,
this is my bourbon wall behind me. I support that, Sonny. Let's move on. Let's move on to Alan. Alan, what's up? We do not own the rights to that music that Alan did.
We don't, but I'm digging it. I'm fucking in it.
Next snap is going to come from Spooky. Spooky, what is up? Give us a band that you hated when you were young, that now that you're so old, you like.
Believe it or not, Linkin Park. Like,
Linkin Park.
my stepbrother would play them down the hallway while I was like listening to Hannah Montana. I would hate my life.
A little bit late on that one.
Yeah. Too soon, well, soon.
I realized Linkin Park is just, I own vinyls. I love all of it. I love Linkin Park. Hated them when I was like.
Hybrid Theory was dope. I'm just saying, Hybrid Theory was dope. Hybrid Theory was a great record. You could listen to it from the top to the bottom, and it was like a snapshot of the world happening at that moment. Like,
I've been hanging out with JD so long, we blasted Hybrid Theory, Linkin Park in my parents' car as I drove us around.
16 years ago, me and Brian saw Linkin Park with Korn and Snoop Dogg and Lester J. All the same day.
What a fucking wonderful concert.
We did. That's a fact.
That was the very first ever Project Revolution tour that Linkin Park did back in 2004.
Can't stop.
You know, 2 quick facts about that Woolum just said that we were at. I saw 2 things I'd never seen before, and I never saw again, and I went to 200 concerts after this one, and I never saw this before. I never saw a person like Snoop Dogg come out with a life-size doghouse, and he made Hose crawl out of the doghouse. During the concert, he said, Hose, crawl on out of the doghouse, and they crawled out like dogs. And then after a while, he put him back in the doghouse and said, Hose, crawl back in the doghouse. They crawled back in. That's a fact.
I don't think you can politically do that anymore. I think that's a no-no.
That's our law.
This is when we were like 20 years old.
Can't do it. 2020. That was pre-COVID times. This is post-COVID times.
It was
I
the
can't remember
times
anymore.
the land before time.
Something else I had never seen was Korn when they went on. crazy mosh pit happened. I don't know if you remember Woolum, but a crazy mosh pit happened, like not near us, but off to the side a little bit. And a dude got his nose just absolutely shattered to bits. And I'm not talking about the guy got a bloody nose. I'm talking this guy's nose was on the wrong side of his face and blood was just gushing like movie style. And I had never seen that, and I've still never seen that. I've seen fucked up injuries in mosh pits, but I've never seen a man's nose under his eyeball squirting blood. That was crazy.
All right, can I do a movie thing now?
You know what, JD? Let's move on to yours. I'll get you all queued up at the bottom here, and if you want to go ahead and move on to yours and explain what your poll was, go for it.
My poll again was like, what movie just doesn't get old? What is the one that you could literally put on repeat? You could just watch it when you're just mindlessly doing your, life shit. I don't know, whatever. We're actually going to listen to. We're going to hear from the same people that we just heard from your last round. This is from Andy, aka Jonathan. Again, ANIP32. Let's see what he says.
Killing me, Smalls. These are some more stuff. Now pay attention. First, you take the gram. You stick the chocolate on the gram. Then you roast the mallow. When the mallow's flaming, you stick it on the chocolate. Then you cover it with the other. Hey, maybe one of those. Yeah, me too. Then it's stuffed. Kind of messy, but
what the fuck are you talking about, Jonathan? Willy Wonka?
Get it? No, I don't think that was Willy Wonka. This next one comes from
fuck you, Andy.
Kbo24. She says, Paul Blart Mall Cop. What the fuck?
That's amazing. That's an amazing answer.
This is for Rachel, you bitch.
Thank you so much. That was a great answer.
Paul Blart Mall Cop.
Fart Carp.
Also, I want to point out that like 4 people have now said Sandlot.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah,
we've got Graham, Fallon, Ethan, Gracie, Sandlot.
Man, I haven't seen Graham's name in a while. Where's that guy been hiding for like 10 years?
On the internet, apparently. This one is got another one. It says, I don't know if you can see it or not. Let me see if I can do it. Oh, God. Sandlot!
Oh, my God. It's Big
Sandlot!
Of course, Big T.
Selena, what's up? Sorry.
Nikki, a really weird Google image like link. Yeah, don't do that. Just do get the image. Just do the image.
Just steal it. Copyrights don't matter.
Yeah, copyrights don't matter anymore. Fuck them.
We have
like, I'm going to steal all this.
You have the lawyer right here. He's telling you it's fine.
We're just going to play a movie on here and be like, hey, we don't own the copyright to this movie, but we're going to show you the whole movie live that we bootleg. But it's okay.
And look, it's fine now.
It's fine. We just cleaned it.
Holler at a lawyer.
All right, can I do the rest of mine, then I'm done?
Hey, can I say one thing before you open this? I want to prep some people before you open these tabs. Get ready for this. Guys that are still tuning in, guys and girls out there, Holler Nation, we have a Holler at a lawyer down here in the corner. We're going to give you a chance here shortly to ask any legal question that might be on your mind. So whatever you can come up with, this is not your attorney, but he is going to talk some shit. So if you have any questions at all for our Holler at a Lawyer segment, it is coming up. JD's going to finish his poll up anyways first. What's up? His pussy be yanking.
Yeah, it is. Jesus. Marty goes, chicken tikka poutine. You can't even see it. That's how good it is.
Looks delicious.
That's my favorite movie to watch over and over.
Actually does look pretty good. That's actually a pretty good idea. Yeah. That's a pretty good idea.
Mountain Dew.
I'm hungry.
Mountain Dew.
That's actually it. Yeah, that's all.
Mountain Dew.
That's all you got?
I I do have a quick question. Since JD did that, and I have to ask at least the four of us quickly. We know what movie you could watch over and over, but what's your favorite movie? Your one favorite movie? Not 4, not 5, not 2, not 3. What is the one movie that you would say is your favorite movie?
Like all of us saying it? Like right here?
What's your favorite movie?
Everybody at the same time. 3, 2, 1. Vanilla Sky.
Good. I like that. Let's go with that.
Yeah, fantastic. Let's scoot on past this to the next thing,
please.
Because why not?
Send your dick pics to Gracie at officialholler.com.
You know, in the roulette world, it just keeps popping up. You never know.
That's the only line we have today.
I feel like Woolum said more things for us, but for some reason, that one just keeps popping up.
Funny thing is, that one wasn't even on the script you sent me. That was an impromptu read I did for you guys.
There you go. Insider info. We sent Woolum a script. He came up with dick pics to Gracie on his own. That's how well this guy knows us. There you go. Guys, I want to talk about something right now. This is important for everyone out there. Sports are alive. We have a small glimmer hope of sports. Here's what happened during this last week. We got The Last Dance, the Chicago Bulls 97-98 season. It's coming out 2 episodes at a time. It's a 10-episode docuseries. It's on both ESPN and Netflix. They're offering it in censored and uncensored. And by uncensored, I mean, if you want to hear Michael Jordan say, fuck this pussy, like 10 times in an episode, watch the uncensored version as Michael Jordan drinks bourbon and smokes cigars.
Superstar from the NBA, Michael Jordan, say the phrase, fuck this pussy.
It's amazing.
Not to be confused with other people saying similar terms.
And now to the...
Yeah, just to give you a small tidbit, Michael Jordan said that when he was a rookie and first walked into the hotel room with his Chicago Bulls teammates, the entire team was doing rails of cocaine. And he opened the door and said, that's not for me, guys, but you guys enjoy, and closed the door. That's why he's Michael Jordan, and that's why the rest of those guys are just cocaine abusers.
Yeah, well, you know, he's not lying. Actually, Brian's not lying at all. It's actually true.
Something else that happened in the world, we've got the NFL draft that happened currently right now. We're in the second round as we speak. And Cole, as a matter of fact, while I'm speaking, why don't you pull up some second round draft picks? Just type in NFL draft.
I was doing that exactly before you told me to.
I knew you were. That's why I asked that. So the very first pick overall, we have Joe Burrow of LSU. Everyone knew it was coming. The quarterback that won all the awards. This guy was a no-brainer, first-round pick by the Cincinnati Bengals. He's from Ohio. He's from the 740, as he likes to call it. He's coming to save the day the way LeBron saved the day for the Cavaliers, an Ohio guy. That went as we expected, but everybody's favorite team, they got to draft somebody. It was really weird. For the first time ever, we had a quarantine draft. So Roger Goodell was
shit.
So weird, dude. It was so weird. Roger Goodell had a TV behind him. Anytime that he would call for a player or team, typically you have that team's fan base either cheering or booing, and they would have to defer to a TV where like a screen just like this would have like 12 people booing or cheering. It was so weird, dude. So weird.
That's very weird. You know what's not weird, though, is Ethan actually just asked us, can we chug a beer?
I'm down to do it. It's fine.
I got a little bit left.
I mean, since they requested it, I mean, we have to.
Let's continue this conversation for real, because this is some real shit. This is the first time the NFL has ever had to draft an entire draft under quarantine. Like, this is insane. This is so new. This is crazy. Let's chug a beer about it. Can we chug a beer about it?
Yeah, we're going to pull Ethan up for this one. I'm going to go ahead and pour my beer, like right here, live on the show. So here we go. Here we go, Ethan.
I gotta grab mine real quick. I'm sorry.
JD brought the damn shit up and runs out of the room. That's typical.
Hey, Brian, let's clear that question from the bottom now. Put our sponsor back up there.
I don't fucking got it. We're good. Everything's fine. No, we're good. Everything's good. fancy fucking beer. You ready to chug?
1 second, JD.
It's going to be 3, 2, 1.
I'm ready.
Do
like a quarter of a beer.
Okay.
Woo! Beerchugging.com. Goddamn.
By the way, now that we've got our sponsor up here, we have this opportunity. Before the show, we had a discussion, and we bought WVMaskArmy.com. We got all the DNS shit switched. So now if you go to WVMaskArmy.com, it goes to the Mask Army website. And we're not even charging
for it. Dude, Woolum, my dude, my dog, dude.
It's working
Woolum,
right now. I just checked it a few minutes ago. So
it's
you guys
already been done.
Can you explain to me what the fuck you just said? I'm sorry, that beer went right to my head. I have no idea what you just said.
We bought WVMaskArmy.com, and we changed all the DNS shit and forwarded it all to their Google website they had before. So if you go to WVMaskArmy.com, it leads you to the Mask Army site now.
Bam. There you go. It's going to make everything a lot easier, babies.
That's some charity ass shit you just pulled right there.
Dude, how do you fucking pull that off? Woolum.
That's the second time I pulled it off in like the last month. I bought Huntington Tips.
Hey guys, I want to pull a comment up on the screen, and JD, I want you to read this out loud. Here we go.
Okay, all right. Hill, can I join?
Is that guy a daddy or not? I can't tell.
That day.
That day.
You just
joined the picture.
That's what's up.
I can't believe it. So that was live on the show that we literally got WVMaskArmy.com goes straight to that fucking site. That's amazing.
Test it for yourself right now. It's working. I tested it before I said anything about it.
Woolum. People
I'm still using the website in the comments for some reason. But yeah, we knew it.
What the fuck is up?
That's fucking fantastic, dude. Okay, there you go. WVMaskArmy.com. You can go directly there and you can donate like directly to them to fucking help.
That shit in the scroll.
That's insane. That's amazing. That's what's great about podcasts, you know?
Hey, guys, we've got a live comment right here. I want you guys to see this. It's from the same person, Joshua Daddy. He says he will chug a beer with his shoe on his head. What does that mean? Anybody translate that?
Well, he's going to put him up with his shoe on his head and chug.
Do we want to try that? I don't know.
I don't know either.
I ain't got shoes on.
Just get asleep as much as possible. And then I would say he's going to chug with a shoe on his head.
Chug from the shoe. If you're going to do something, just chug from the shoe.
We're bringing it earlier. Chugging from the shoe.
What, guys, what if he chugs from the shoe that's on his head?
That's why I'm so confused. I don't know.
It makes me think of Beer Fest and the boot. Das Boot.
Let us know what you mean in the comments. Maybe we can figure out a way to get you there.
Yeah. Joshua Daddy, please keep talking to us, Father.
Are we good? Have we done a podcast yet?
People also are curious in the comments. They're like, bro, is it a clean shoe?
No, CJ, it's a dirty shoe. It's got to be the shoe. Like, you pull the shoe off the foot and then chug out of it.
I don't know.
He's going to do it. He's going to do it right.
Did we do the podcast?
Listen, guys out there, everybody listening right now, we're going to do a little segment where you get to ask for some legal advice. So get the wheels turning. If you've got a family member or yourself, any questions that you have, legal advice is now. It's that part of the show, and here we go. It goes just like this.
The information provided on this podcast is not intended to constitute legal advice and is provided for entertainment purposes only. Because the information provided on this podcast is prepared for a general audience without investigation into the facts of each particular case, no listener should act or refrain from acting on its material. Nothing in this podcast should be taken as legal advice, as the information is not intended to create an attorney-client relationship of any form. We repeat, this is not your attorney.
Great job, Woolum. Great job.
Yeah, I feel like we could just ask Woolum to say that. There's a lot of weird going on. Like we've got.
I don't think I could have remembered all that shit on the spot.
We've got George Washington.
Really nice. I really liked it a lot. It's like it literally hit. It was like it's like a verbal contract.
It's like those commercials where it's like AskGary.com.
Contract, right?
I feel like Cole might have written it. I don't think Brian wrote that legal document that I read.
Every episode we ever do, I always get to a point where I fucking just my giggle switch is flipped.
It's switched. Right.
It's Holler at a lawyer, everybody. Can we ask this guy legal questions that aren't legally binding?
Yeah, I guess that's it. So if you guys, I think we have one question. Can we have Joshua Daddy committed for his own safety? Can we do that? We don't know him.
Only after he drinks the beer from the shoe on his head, then possibly.
Then you would know that you would have a visual evidence to.
Cole, let's pretend this. Let's pretend Joshua Daddy pours that beer shoe near like a fucking like infant or something endangering. Can we have him committed? What's it going to take us to have that?
Well, in West Virginia, I think that's just perfectly normal. In most states, that may be an issue, but back home, I think that's how you grow up. But yeah, you might be able to call Child Protective Services if you're pouring a beer that splashes on the baby, and then the baby gets a little bit of alcohol on their face, and then the next thing you know, you have a drunk baby.
You've heard it here first. If you splash the baby, you could be committed, says George Washington.
All right, next question, please. I'm sorry. This is like slowly becoming one of my favorite. This is one of my.
He smoked way too much weed before he went on the air.
I did.
No, he did not, because it's illegal in West Virginia, so therefore he did not.
Because you couldn't see me do it, so you have no evidence. Right?
And because you typed in the caption that it wasn't illegal for you to smoke weed in the video.
And they're for the presence of the judge.
Yeah. I do want to mention, by the way, moving forward for this segment, listen. Here's the thing: we tell you guys you're going to have a chance to holler at a lawyer, and that's all said. That's all good. Maybe you guys, as you listen to the show, if you think about legal things that happen, note them in your phone so you don't forget when it comes podcast time. You're chugging beers with us. But if you do have something that you want to ask, maybe throughout the week, why don't you use the Snapchat? Holler at a lawyer, because we own that fucking Snapchat. That's right. So send your snaps into that, and we will open them live once a week, every Friday night on the show, and we'll shout you out for doing so. But in the meantime, we've still got Juliana out there, and she says hashtag legalize weed.
Yeah. How can we do this? How can we do this? How can we do this?
The problem with that is they have not figured out 100% how to taxate it, because the taxes that go along with it it's not like alcohol where it's like hard to do. Like anyone can grow weed, so they're trying to figure out how to be able to tax it everywhere. But then you have a place like Colorado that's like, hey, guess what? We added taxes to it, and now we have like a $1 billion surplus in taxes.
Let's just do that everywhere. Let's just do it everywhere, right? Let's just go ahead and do it everywhere.
Cole, we've got another one.
Like, if you look at why marijuana is illegal, it goes back to the rope industry. Basically, it was like hemp was going to be a cheaper version of the rope. So, like, rope industry and paper industries were like, we need to make this illegal so people can't use it, and we can basically monopolize the industry. That is how this whole thing started.
There was an episode of the fucking show that's a joke, by the way, but it's still a hilarious show, Portlandia. There's an episode where exactly what Cole was saying. but the vegetable industry got in with the meat industry, and like bacon was mad at cucumbers, and bacon like attacked cucumbers, and they were like, "Don't buy cucumbers, you can buy bacon. It's way better for you." Like, it's exactly what Cole was saying when he said that. I just flashback. That's hilarious. We actually have a question from the Holler Nation, so let me pull this thing up here. This comes from good old Graham, and Graham wants to know, do we have to show our receipt to the Walmart employee at the door as we leave the store with the items that we purchased? And let's pull him up right here.
If they request that, you pretty much do, like, because there's something in your cart that's showing as either an item that is a highly stolen item or something that is not in a bag or something like that. So you are going onto their premises. You are now someone that has agreed to basically their terms. So if you walk in there and you buy a TV and you're trying to walk out with the TV and they ask for your receipt, you kind of have to show them the receipt. I mean, obviously you don't have to. You can push past the door, but they're going to just call the cops and be like, "Look, this person just ran out with the TV and refused to show us our receipt." And then if the cop gets there and it's like, "Hey, why didn't you show the receipt considering you really bought it?" And you're like, "Well, I didn't feel like I had to." How dumb is that? Like, that's just a stupid thing to have a cop call on you because you didn't want to show your receipt.
Juliana says, hashtag detain me. She's ready for it. Whatever force you're bringing.
I don't know how to take that, but okay.
She's all about the hashtags. I know that.
Juliana, if you have not liked us on Facebook, please do so, and we will pop up on your notifications every time we go live.
Steal a TV from Walmart, you probably need a better plan than just walking out of the front of the door. Just walking out of the front door.
I'm good.
No, my receipt is good. We're fine. No way.
Does anyone else on this current board that we're looking at, or Holler Nation, have any questions to holler at a lawyer before we scoot boots? JD, Woolum, you guys have any questions to holler at a lawyer?
I got one. I know the answer because I know what I'm going to do anyway. But,
okay, Woolum, what's up?
We had a Zoom call today with my full office staff. My general manager said he expects us all in the office Monday because our state's opening up as normal because we're fucking stupid. We'll be guinea pigs. But do I have a legal obligation to be in the office on Monday?
Once again, Woolum, I'm not your attorney, but
it doesn't matter what you say anyway. I'm not going to work on Monday.
I was going to be like, listen, like they can say that you have to report, and the state can say that you have to report, but federal is going to take precedent over state in this situation. As long as the federal's kind of like, look, we're kind of still in a lockdown, bring that lawsuit. Like, take that. If they're like, all right, well, you're fired because you didn't show up, you're like, fine, let's take this to court among a jury of my peers and be like, hey, the coronavirus is still going on. They're firing me because I didn't show up to work on Monday. And let's see what the jury of the peers gives you with that one, because I'm pretty sure they're going to take on your side on that. So,
and to make it even better, the city of Nashville is the first phase requires only 10 people gathering still. I work with about 50 people in our office, and they want all 50 of us there on Monday. So,
yeah, it seems like that's not legal. So I would say if they tried to fire you for that, you probably have pretty good standing to bring a lawsuit of your own and be like, sure, you can fire me, but I want blank amount of money for you to fire me because it was unright for you to fire me because I was just following the rules.
CJ Joe out there wants to know what state are all of you in? We are in West Virginia. CJ,
I'm in Tennessee, Coles in Florida.
Oh yeah. No, yeah, actually, hold on. JD and myself are in West Virginia. We have Woolum in Nashville, Tennessee. We have Cole in Jacks Beach, Florida. How's that for a fucking smorgasbord?
We're all from West Virginia.
But all of our sausages are intertwined.
Yeah.
We're also all. This is the South. Weird ass. It's weird. The South is some fucking weird shit.
It was just the same.
And everybody except the guy on the left has lived together in a house for at least like 2 or 3 years together.
Yeah.
At one point of our lifetime.
We actually had Woolum in a garage for about 2 years.
Yeah, illegally. We didn't have a lawyer to talk to.
Sometimes you buy a house, you got extra space in a garage, you turn it into a bedroom, you don't tell the landlord, you make some money. That's how it
You have a
goes.
Woolum
You got to tear the whole damn bed down every time the landlord comes in.
Those are the days where like $30 matters a lot. Matters a whole lot.
You're like, guys, I'm buying laundry detergent. They're like, which laundry detergent? You're like, Tide. They're like, nah, just get that Walmart brand laundry
Jesus Christ, dude, why would you do that? That's a whole $1.
Yeah. Thank God we all make a lot more money now than back in the days.
Here's the thing, young people, hang in there, and eventually you get out of that garage. You get it, Tide. You'll graduate to the good stuff.
What they don't know is the garage ended up being the coolest room in the whole house once I fucking got some borrowed carpet and shit.
It is kind of where we party at.
Yeah. The garage than anywhere else, actually.
It turns out if you paint a garage and you carpet it and you play some cool music with some cool lights, everybody goes there.
Turn a
Looks
garage
just like a bedroom.
and you're good.
Except in the winter months when Woolum had a space heater to try to keep the whole thing warm. A little bit of
It does get a little cold, and that's that. I believe. Hey, we have a shout out, by the way. Juliana says she's in Ironton, Ohio, but she's born in Jacksonville, Florida. So she got ties to both. Juliana, I fucking love Jacksonville, Florida, and maybe that's where you were. Maybe that's where you were born. I don't know if you went back, but Jack's Beach right now is fucking thriving, and I go back there as much as I possibly can. Love that place. Hell yeah.
And the girl right above her says she's from West Virginia, but she's in Florida now.
Oh yeah, interesting. We've got connects all over. Awesome. Well, guys, let's scoot on. JD, before I scoot on, I want you to do something because I'm going to pull up the rest of my answers from Snapchat.
Oh, I'm done with everything, man.
No, you've got something you don't realize. That's what I'm going to help you with right now. Hang in there
Okay.
with me.
All right.
So,
Sweet. All right.
if you could head on over to Gracie's page, she shared your poll, and she has a lot of answers for you over at her Facebook page. So I'll let you pull those up, and I'm going to go ahead and pull up the rest of my Snapchat answers for my poll. So guys, hang in there with me, and here we go.
Link up at officialholler.com.
So once again, I wanted to know what band maybe grew on you. What did you hate when you were young that you're okay with now? I'm going to open this one up from Mike Anderson. He says Bob Dylan. It's a great answer, Mike, because I have a Bob Dylan vinyl, and I would have never bought that when I was younger. But Mike says, I didn't care for him, but I think he's pretty good now. My fake answer is Lenny Kravitz. So he gave us kind of two to choose from right there. A lot to unpack. This next one comes from Kara Shea.
Big answer.
Kara Shea from Georgia. What's up? Here we go.
I gotta go with Metallica. I could not appreciate them for the longest. What the hell is on my head? Why is there a child in my head? Whatever. But I actually really like their music now.
Oh, okay.
So Metallica.
Yeah, Metallica, that's a very interesting answer because, like, I definitely did not like them when I was young. I think I can get down on a few of their songs still to this day, but, like, even to this day, I'm like, man, fuck them. That's what I think of Metallica.
Word.
Honestly. Let's see what else we got here. I think Jonathan.
Can I? Yeah. Oh, okay. You go ahead.
He sent us one thing. Let's see what's up.
In the comfort of my arms, on a pillow of blue planets, and a blanket made of stars. Oh, it sounds good. Let's make this for you, Brian.
What?
Cowboy take me away.
He's singing the Dixie Chicks. He's back. Fuck it. We don't own the rights.
Oh, the rights, so I don't give a fuck. Either. My dude, yeah, my
dude. My dude pulled up the Dixie Chicks and just fucking rocked it.
Amazing.
That's great.
Absolutely amazing. Can we finish this shit?
Yes, we can.
Finish this goddamn shit. All right, I'm pulling up. All right, I'm pulling up Gracie's. Gracie's been on the show. She's still in the live chat. Like we're killing it. She might not be like on the show live, visually, but
She's
it's
lurking in the comments.
Here.
She was here for the
So-
pre-show.
She was here.
Kind of.
Really failed bad,
For a
but it's
couple
okay. So I'm gonna actually say the ones that were posted on her wall about this one. Shawnee says "Pretty in Pink," starring Molly Ringwald and fucking Wahlberg. There you go. Thank you. I knew you had it. Molly Ringwald, Anthony Michael Hall. Akia says Tombstone with fucking Kurt Russell and fucking Val Kilmer. And are you?
Akia stays old school. That's how she stays.
That is the best Western. I don't give a fuck, dude. That's the best Western movie of all time. Katrina says Coyote Ugly and Crossroads. So it's literally just okay. So Coyote Ugly, great. Crossroads with Britney Spears. All right. Tiffany says Monster in Law. Damn it. That's and Kara says Dirty Dancing. Dirty Dancing. That wasn't the first time.
Okay.
The Tombstone one was the best one. That was the best one.
Akia.
What's up, dude? What's up?
Hey, I've got some last second answers rolling in. This one comes from Adam Hall, and again, we're going to talk about what band maybe we didn't appreciate when we were younger. We do appreciate now. He's got a great answer. You ready for this? This is a musician, and so you should trust this answer. Adam says John Mayer, without a doubt. Dude is a monster at everything. He's one of the best overall musicians of my lifetime. He's charming, he's funny, and he's handsome to boot. But when he first broke out, I thought he was so fucking lame. That's what he texted us.
That was my number 3 answer. If I had to do 3, it was like Dave Matthews Band, Jack Johnson, and then John Mayer. I agree with that.
Corey Neal also texted the show and said Elton John is what he said as his answer. And that's also a pretty fair answer. You guys remember the first time you heard Elton John? What'd you think when you were younger? I actually liked him when I was younger.
I did too. I didn't hate him.
That's fantastic.
I don't know what kind of music I liked until I got to like middle
First
school.
time I heard him when I was younger, he was like older. Like I didn't get to hear Tiny Dancer or Levon or any of those kind of like songs until I was way older. The first time was like, all right, never mind.
No,
I don't really remember what kind of music I listened to until I got to like 6th grade. I don't remember any elementary school music that I listened to.
I think that's I think a lot of people actually do that shit.
Yes, like I can think back. I literally remember the guy over here to this side had a picture of Britney Spears in his locker, and I would have too if I could afford the CD.
We almost made it the whole fucking show.
Actually, my middle school yearbook, it's in a different room, but Brian signed Brian Ball loves Britney Spears.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I remember listening, like, remembering what kind of music I liked. But I'm not hating him. I liked her too. I wanted to fuck her then. If I wasn't married, I'd probably do it today too.
Yeah.
I'm not watching this shit.
I want to say another story that just ties right into this. During this exact same time, this is embarrassing as hell. I don't give a fuck. During this exact same time, I came home, and this was back in the day when your family had like a PC that you shared in the living room, basically, right? You know, you didn't have your own PC. You were like in middle school, and so I got on I got on our shared PC, and on the scrolling marquee screensaver, I typed Britney Spears loves Brian Ball. That's what I typed and scrolled across the screen. And my dad comes home.
Yes, he does.
My dad comes home and goes, "Who the fuck is this Britney Spears? Explain right now."
Oh shit! I gotta pee here in a second. If I can find that yearbook real quick when I'm in here peeing.
Please do.
I think we're done with the podcast.
I thought the story of you and your parents was gonna get a lot weird.
I thought it was
going to Brian's house when his parents weren't home back in the day.
We do have a lot of stories about it. We should probably definitely cut it right there. Our lawyer says no more.
Brian, you would like to
Stop it now.
about your dick in your house, and your parents and stuff. I don't know. That's
No. Everything is done at this point. As a matter of fact, let's let the fucking Holler Nation soundboard just close it out. From here.
Yeah, I agree.
This is for Rachel, you big fat white nasty smelling fat bitch.
Wahlburger.
Holla.
Mango chutney.
Shut the fuck up.
Grab him by the pussy.
Your chance to holler.
It's been little way down yonder on the Chattahoochee. It gets hard. Mountain Dew. I tried this one chili that set my mouth on fire, and I had to drink a 2-liter of Mountain Dew.
Sprinkles.
The information provided.
All right.
Okie dokie.
Jesus.
It's Brittany, bitch.
It is pretty, bitch.
And that's it, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. There's more of this bullshit every week if you'd like it.
Yeah, if you ever want, it's always there.
Next week.
Guys, we're going to bring a lawyer. We're going to bring poll questions. Please join us next week. Thank you so much, beerchuggin.com. Guys, it sounds like a joke, but these guys are raising money for the West Virginia Mass Army, and that shit's important. Everybody should chug a beer to our sponsor. We hope they sponsor us next week. We're going to keep doing it. They're going to keep doing it. Thank you so much, Holler Nation.
And we have a new website for them tonight that we all bought.
Yeah, that's right. WVMaskArmy.com.
Yeah, we bought that for you. There you go.
They don't want it. We own it anyway, so deal with it.
Thanks to
no
Brandon
copyright
Woolum
infringement intended.
This is charity. That's how that works. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. Any last words before we cut this thing off?
There are, but we should probably cut it off.
We should probably cut it off. Before we say anything else, just cut it.
And on that note,
I'm an Indian outlaw.
goodbye.
I don't know the rights on that song, but whatever.
See you guys later. Thank you so much.
I don't know the rights to that song.